Independence. This might be one of the most ignored topics in terms of importance ever. Life is potentially a wonderful experience in spite of the many bad experiences that we all face from time to time. There is nothing easy about life, and the challenges of life are what constitutes its beauty, because success and happiness in our life often occurs when we solve our problems and have accomplishments. Although we like to tout our uniqueness, in many ways our life experiences are similar and almost can be categorized. With so many billions of people on the planet, it's hard to make a case for uniqueness. But there is one thing that is unique to each of us. It's what I call our life path, which starts when we are born and ends with our last breath. We each have one shot at traveling that path, and the goal is to have a successful and happy path so that in the twilight years we can look back and be proud. No doubt that we all have and need some help along the way, usually starting with our parents. Then, with strong assist from teachers, mentors, friends, and others, we can get lots of help to improve our lot in life. Then there is the aid provided by our communities and our local, state, and federal governments. Society provides many different kinds of aids to assist us in making our lives easier. But here's the thing. For us to get the most out of our life path and to derive the most pleasure when looking back and evaluating it, then it is crucial that our accomplishments be mostly our own. In order for that to be the case, we always need to strive to be independent. Being raised by parents and assisted by the system of society are part of the growing and living process. But we need to rear ourselves off the assistance program if we want our own accomplishments. We need to learn to take care of ourselves without relying on others. Children can be spoiled, and adults can be as well, when an existence is derived when people come to rely on aid from others and the system in order to cope. Part of our maturity process is to become independent and to be able to work at something and to solely support ourselves with as little aid as possible. I think that there is a production accomplished gene that we all have that becomes stunted when you allow people and the system to do too much for you. And the situation feeds on itself as spoiled people tend to feel entitled and expect even more from others or the system. So one thing to keep in mind is that helping others is a good thing for ourselves and society, but spoiling people is not a good thing. The best way we can help others is to show them how to help themselves so that they can become more independent and thus able to take care of themselves. People who are given too much often have a problem functioning in society. They can find themselves incapable of doing fundamental things, and that hurts their jobs and their careers and inhibits production and accomplishments. It also impacts relationships, as people who have not reached a proper level of independence tend to be overly needy, and relationships with them tends to be difficult and straining. Now, the reason why I think this topic is underappreciated and underemphasized is because I don't think the lesson of independence is proclaimed loudly enough to both kids and adults. Becoming independent to the point of being able to function on one's own and take care of oneself should be everyone's goal, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Those who don't learn the lesson of independence can find themselves unfulfilled and anxious and frustrated. All sorts of pitfalls can happen to the person who is not capable of functioning independently. Individuals need to attack that. At some point, you need to move away from mama. You need to make your own way. You need to pave and travel down your own path. Thank you very much.